So what SMI can do for you? All of these bullets here have to do with what happens after the student takes a test. And a major part of what the teacher and the administrator can do is look at the reports. And the reports can help screen for math intervention. SMI is a universal screener. The teacher can see reports and reports for all the students in the classroom, for all the students in the school, and then they can actually screen through the reports for math intervention. It measures math progress, extremely important. This is one of the strengths of SMI. It is suggested to be given to students 3 to 5 times a year, no more than that. We need quite a bit of time between each time the student takes SMI so that there is math learning, and then the second time they take SMI, we can assess how much they learn and compare the first test and the second test. So it measures progress. It groups for differentiated instruction, and I will show you reports that show how we group students. So a student, after he or she takes a test and they get their quantile score, they're placed in a performance levels. And there are 4 default performance levels. The ideal one is proficient, and also one above that, which is advanced. And then we have below proficient, we have basic, and then below basic. So these are the 4 default settings, and I'll show them to you. So according to the quantile measure that the student has, he or she is placed into one of these. And we group the students according to these performance levels. Also, through the reports, we give instructional recommendations for individual students through the individual student reports, and also we give instructional recommendations for those students that are grouped together in the basic and below basic levels, because this is where the teacher needs to focus on mostly. And we also have district level reports where the district administrator can look at all the students in an aggregated format in the school or district. And I'll try to show you some of these reports so you get an idea. We talked about that. The National Math Panel suggested to assess students based on critical foundations of algebra, like numbers and operation, for example. And also, they suggested to monitor progress. And this is exactly what SMI does, as I described earlier. So we're really trying to provide a solution to this particular problem and recommendation. SMI is a computer adaptive test. It is fast. It is easy to administer. It offers assessment, informs instruction through reports, through the Scholastic Achievement Manager. These reports are immediate. The moment the student takes a test, the data is available for the teacher or administrator immediately. And these reports are actionable. And it's using the Quantile framework for mathematics. So let's just go there to talk a little bit about the Quantile framework. All right, so for example, let's say the student has a quantile measure of 410. What does that mean? Let's say the student is a 4th grader. It means that the student will be able to answer, most probably, questions that are around that number, or maybe 50 below and 50 above that number. This is what Metametrics results after they did their research showed. This number also means that the student is able to, this number also means that the content round whole numbers to a given place value is assigned to that quantile. And that has to do with difficulty level of the content. If the quantile is greater, like 560 for example, the content is a little bit more challenging. Use the distributive property to simplify numerical expressions, okay? So basically, a student that has a certain quantile will be able to most probably answer questions around that difficulty level.